guys are too kind. Thank you.
What up? Welcome to another fantastic episode of Untitled Gaming Corner. I am Dark Soldier 420, and I will be your most gracious host this evening. This episode, whatever. And this particular fantastic episode, we're going to be playing a game that I so loved since the first time I actually played it. And when the computers continue to upgrade, it was harder and harder to actually get it to play. So when I stumbled upon the stuff online to make it so that it would run on a newer computer with the almost most fantastic graphics. Anyway, I'm playing a game called Planescape Torment. And I have really wanted to play it for a long time, and I just, anyway. So new life. Okay, so I'm gonna up my intelligence to like 14. You start out with 16 character points. Your dexterity, I'm gonna put charisma at like 13, and my continuity, or my constitution at 10. My wisdom, I'm going to try and get to at least 14, or I'll go 15. My charisma, I'll put that at 14. My constitution, the strength, it's a really good one, but it's actually better if you're smarter when you start out the game, because it helps you persuade people and whatnot. And so, dexterity's good. So let's go with that one on the dexterity and put one on the strength. Charisma is above average. Constitution is average. Okay, so we'll accept that. All right. So I don't know, this game's been around for a while, so there are a lot of people that have played it. But this is a game that I would really love to see an official HD, or an upgrade for. Because the reason that it looks this good on my PC is because I've actually done some mods. I installed some mods to make it look this good. Okay, so he just talked to us. You got lots of choices. So this is one of those that I guess I can't remember. I think I'll have to read at least some of them. So sometimes they'll talk out loud, sometimes they won't. So I'm going to ask him who he is. I don't like the other two. So who are you? He says, me. The skull seems indignant. How about you start, Scabby? Who are you? And then you have these choices. And so for those people that may watch this video that have never played this game before, basically the premise of the game is that you are a person that can be killed but not die. You'll basically just come back to life. Unfortunately, every time you die, you forget everything. Unless, of course, well, that was up until this point when you actually start playing the game. So anyway, so I'm going to tell him I don't know, I can't seem to remember. You don't remember? Must have been some night you had. Better hope you didn't hurt anybody. The name's Mort. Hell, well met, and all that wash. He pauses for a moment. Say, I have to ask, are you one of those sensates into self-mutilation, or did somebody give you those scars? So now I have a couple of choices here. I can ask him about sensates, or I can talk about scars. Sensates we can talk about later in the game, so I'm going to go with the scars for now. It's like some bastard decided to paint you with a knife. You're scarred all over, even on your back, except... Say, got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Bert. Spells out something. I'm going to see if I can get into character here and just give these guys some voices. don't know how well I'll do, but this is going to be like a trial run, and we'll see if we can do it. So, imagine he would have a deep voice. So,
What does it say?
yeah, it looks like directions. Let's see. It starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of stick squash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Ferret could fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Don't lose the journal or we'll envy up the sticks again. Whatever you do, do not tell anyone who or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you, read the journal, and find Ferret. I can click for more. Alright, so let's see. Let's go with,
No wonder my back hurts. You know someone named Parrot?
I think I screwed it up already. Nobody I know. Then again, I don't know many people. Still, some Burke's got to know where to find this guy. Once we get out of here, that is.
Did I have a journal with me when I was lying here?
No, you were stripped to the skin when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough of a journal written on your body. We already asked him about Ferret. So,
How do I get out of here?
well, now that is a good question. Sand's running through the glass for you, Chief. The Dutchmen find you, they'll attempt to correct your resurrection problem by tossing you in the crematorium. If you keep playing dead, you'll go to the crematorium anyway. A Modron's choice, eh? What to do? Dustmen, I'll escape. I'll explain the situation to these dustmen. Let's go with this one.
Why don't you tell me? Sounds like you have the answers already.
Well, where I'm sitting, it's obvious you need to get out of here. Me, I can afford to wait. The only danger I'm in is dying of boredom. We could lend each other a hand.
Keep talking.
I may not look it, but I can help you out of here, and you can help me out of here. I haven't got hands, so I'm in a bit of a quandary. You're missing what's in your cranium, while I got plenty of experience and know-how to get you out of this dive. We cooperate, and we can both come out ahead. Deal, Burke?
Deal. I have a bad feeling the fates has destined we travel together, Mort.
Fate can go to squad on a halberd for all I care. Listen, Chief, pay attention to how often bad and fate show up in the same sentence, and you'll catch on to one of life's little mysteries. Best thing to do is to tell fate to wrap itself in razorvine. There's always another option that fate never lets on.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right then, now come on. Let's give this place a laugh. The doors out of here are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it.
Walking corpses?
Yay, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first.
Is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key.
What? You think it's gonna hurt their feelings? They're dead. But if you want a bright side to this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before their keepers raise them up to work again.
Well, all right. I'll take one of them down and get the key.
Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. And note, search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with.
Alright, I'll look for one.
One last thing. These corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, you remember you can run, and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. And note, to run, hold down the control key and left click on the area you want to run to. If you are in danger of dying, use running to keep your distance from the zombies while you recover.
Alright, thanks for the advice.
Alright, so now we have to go find a... wow, 10 minutes of dialogue. That's crazy. Now we have to go find... So, in a sense, this is one of those point-and-click games, so to speak.
Right. All right.
See, he does have a deep voice. I remembered. Woohoo! Okay.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
But that didn't help us, so we need to come over here.
Done.
Oh, look. We got a scalpel. Alright, so now he's going to come talk to us.
All right.
That's what I already said. Alright, you found the scalpel. Now, go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice.
All right.
Time to introduce those corpses to the second death. Then, although you can select the attack cursor from the quick menu, pressing the A key toggles the attack cursor without using the menu.
Let's go.
Alright, so we have to pick these.
All right.
How many of there are there? There's at least 3. We eeny, meeny, miny, pick one. Let's see. I wonder if we can, like, examine them or something. Let's see. Let's see if we can examine these workers. This corpse head lolls back and forth on its shoulders. Judging from the angle of the neck, it looks like this man may have been hanged. The number 825 has been painted on the side of its head. Examine the corpse, see if it's carrying a key. The corpse is carrying nothing, but you happen to notice its hands are heavily bandaged. The bandages might be usable if the corpse was disposed of first.
Guess you don't have the key. You don't happen to know which of your other corpse friends has a key out of this place?
Chief, they can't hear you. Alright? They're dead.
But you're dead and you're talking to me.
Yeah, but I'm special. Death couldn't kill my zest for life. These corpses here, Mort rolls his eyes, they probably didn't have much of a personality to begin with.
I see.
Look, Chief, watching you trying to swap the chant with these corpses isn't doing much for my morale. Let's leave the corpse talk to the barmies. For the barmies, alright?
Alright then, let's go.
So let's check this guy. No, okay. This corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. A faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Let's just examine the corpse, see if it's carrying a key. The corpse looks like the one with the key. It is holding it tightly in its left hand, its thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. It looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. So,
I need that key, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world.
alright. We got him. Now, we can grab the key. So now, doing it that way, I presume we don't have to attack these guys. These guys won't attack us unless they're provoked, unless we provoke them. So, even though it did say that I could potentially get the bandages from said zombie, or the undead, or whatever. Okay, that's the same one we already looked at. Never mind. Okay, so, we got the key. Let's go through this door. We lost the item. We lost the key now. Some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the families. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. Let's go with the why do you care about the female?
Why do you care about the female corpses?
What? Are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead shits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bastards like us. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that.
Last chance? What are you talking about?
Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where I'm going? Eh? Eh?
You can't be serious.
Chief, we already got an opening line with those limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We all have something to talk about. They'll appreciate man with our kind of death experience.
Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead?
Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Mort starts clacking his teeth as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with him first, and that's not likely. Seems to me like I ended up going to like a Texas drawl or something like that, and if that was not my intention. Trying to give him kind of like a, I don't want to say gangster accent either, but anyway, so that's probably the way it's going to end up being, and I apologize if I'm offending anybody that actually has that accent. I'm not intentionally doing it. I didn't try to anyway. Alright, so we need to, I'm not worried about where they all came from. We need to know about the caretakers.
Who are these caretakers again?
They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're an addled bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die. Sooner, better than later.
I'm confused. Why do these Dustmen care if I escape?
Aren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die. Sooner, better than later. You think the corpses you see here are happier in the dead book than out of it? Alright, so now we can go with this one. Because generally, yeah, it's kind of...
The corpses I've seen here, where'd they all come from?
Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Alright. Now, was it those two? We've already kind of gone over that, so we'll just do this one.
Alright, I'll try to remember that.
Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little addered after your kiss with death. So I got two bits of advice for you. One, if you got questions, ask me, alright? To speak to a party member, select the talk option from the quick menu, then left click on the party member you wish to speak to.
Alright, if I have any questions, I'll ask you.
Second, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget.
If I had that journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that.
See, I'm pretty good. I think I got that deep voice down. You know, I could do his voice, but I keep messing around with Mort's, and I don't. Start a new one, then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you.
Alright. It couldn't hurt. I'll make a new one then.
Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Note, to access your journal, select the journal button in the lower right-hand corner of the world screen, or select the journal button on the quick menu. Your journal will automatically be updated throughout the game.
Alright, I got it. Let's go. I updated my journal.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Done.
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 Alright, so we'll do this one too. This corpse is lumbering along a triangular path. Once it reaches one of the corners of the triangle, it pauses, then turns and staggers towards the next corner. It has 965 tattooed on the side of its skull. As you approach, it halts and stares at you. Heh! Looks like someone forgot to tell this sod to stop walking the rule of 3.
What do you mean?
These corpses don't have much left in the attic, so they can't do more than one task at a time. When they're told to do something, they'll keep doing it until someone tells them to stop. This poor sod's probably finished some task, and they forgot to tell him.
You said something about the rule of 3. What did you mean by that?
Oh, well, the rule of 3 is one of those laws about the planes, about things tending to happen in 3s, or everything's composed of 3 parts, or there's always 3 choices, and so on and so forth.
You don't sound like you hold much faith in it.
It's a load of wash, if you ask me. If you look for a number, any number, and try to attach some great meaning to it, you're going to find plenty of coincidences.
I see. Before, you said someone put this corpse to a task, then forgot to tell him to stop. Who gives these corpses these tasks to do?
Either one of the caretakers here, or else whatever necromancer raised them out of the dead book. Probably one of the caretakers here. They're the ones who need the cheap labor after all.
Understood. I want to examine this zombie a bit more.
The corpse is lumbering along in a triangular path. Once it reaches one of the blah blah blah, it says the same thing. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm not going to talk to him because obviously he's not going to talk to me back. There's no point in going through that. We'll just leave the corpse in peace. I just wanted to get that out of the way because if I remember correctly, later on in the game there is something that pertains to the rule of three. Powers Above, that's one hell of a book.
What is it?
If I were to guess, I'd say that's the book they scratch the name of every poor sod that's unfortunate enough to get dumped off here.
Could my name be in there?
Well, I guess. To find out, you need to rattle your bone box with that floating Dusty over there. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Well, I need answers. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Or something to that effect, because it disappeared right after I clicked.
I'm gone.
So let's go see what we got in this. This one, okay, we got 13 coppers and a fist iron. One thing about this game is you can, we can do a receiving room logbook. That's a little important, but not really. It tells you some information that you might need. It's not like a necessity. There's a lot of stuff that you can find that's not necessary to have in this game. There's some, but you never know what is and what isn't, especially if you've never played it before. So, there's a lot of times that, oh look, here's a door, but it won't let me go through there. Alright, so I guess we're going to, now, even though I already had told him that I'm going to talk to this guy, when I go to talk to him, he should be like, whoa, 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 Chief. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen.
Greetings.
Whoa, Chief, what are you doing?
I was going to speak to this scribe. He might know something about how I got here.
Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Before Mort can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place to laugh, the bet. Before Mort can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. But I do not yet count deafness among my ailments.
Restless one, do you know me?
No, There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not?
Who are you?
As always, the question, and the wrong question, as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment to catch his breath. I am Doll.
Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Doll.
Very well. What did you wish to know? Let's ask him, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
I know scant little of you, restless one. I know little more of those that have journeyed with you and who now lie in our keeping. Doll sighs. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you, restless one. Where you walk, so walks misery. Let the burden be your own.
There are others who have journeyed with me. Are they here?
My journal.
Do you not know the woman's corpse interred in the memorial hall below? I had thought that she had traveled with you in the past. Dahl looks like he is about to start coughing again, then catches his breath. Am I mistaken?
Where is her body?
The Northeast Memorial Hall, floor below us. Check the briars there. Her name's beyond one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap she will revive your memory. Oh, that will. Sorry.
Mayhap I will go find her. I had some other questions before I go.
Very well. What did you wish to know? Alright, so we could literally spend like forever talking to this guy, and I really don't want to do that, so we'll just kind of do a couple of them and then we'll just get out of here.
You sound ill. Are you not well?
I'm close now to the true death, restless one. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. Dahl gives a ragged sigh. The plains hold no more wonder for one such as I. I keep trying to do that old guy voice, but I'm not doing a very good job, I don't think. I'm trying. All right.
The eternal boundary.
The boundary between the shadow of this life and the true death.
Shadow of this life.
Yes, the shadow. You see, restless one, this life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows, flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die. And here we remain trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death.
True death?
True death is non-existent. A state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. Dahl coughs, then gives a ragged breath. A state of purity. Alright, so like I said, we could continue to go on and on and on, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and...
I must take my leave. Farewell, Dahl.
As you turn to leave, Dahl speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, restless one. To be reborn as you would be, a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point your past will return you here. Dahl coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things, flesh and bone.
Then perhaps we'll meet again, Dahl.
Okay, now that we've done that, let's get going here. I can't remember if I checked this one already. So this is one of those games, this is one of those RPGs that came out way before all the really cool ones, but this game was still really cool. So, let's see, what is the purpose? Oh, this one has, yeah. So, this huge corpse is standing silently, yeah, huge, doesn't look any different than the rest, in the corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavyset man in his early years. Yeah, he looks really heavyset. And judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of books in his arms. So we want to examine the books. The books appear to be old, mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. So I'm going to take the page. So I gained the item. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. You read through it. You take a moment to read through the page. There is a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room, as the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Note: to read notes, books, or scrolls, place them in your inventory, then right-click on them to bring up their information panel. So, we don't need to examine the zombie again, there's no reason. So we'll take the page with me, or with you, and leave. So let's check our inventory really quick. And okay, so it shows that this book page looks like it was cut neatly out of the book. It was written in a tight crab script. So it shows, you know, chest wound, blah blah blah. Anyway, so then it continues to talk about all of these corpses that were brought in, but I think there's one of them. Yeah, a lot of these are the collector is Farad, and so it's saying, right, here's the little note, and I'll just read this part. As with the previous entries, these shells Farad has brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farad's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. So that's the one that's just below here. So the cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of the wounds are consistent with grave rot. You know, collector is Farad, 3 commons paid, no possession, stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. And I thought there was one right here, this one, that I believe this is actually me, or the character I'm playing. And it's 16539, 5th night, scarred shell, cause of death, indeterminable. Scars do not appear to be cause of death. Shock trauma, collector's Farad, 3 commons paid, possession log, fist irons, 13 commons, middle table, receiving room. So I'm pretty sure that's actually the character I'm playing right there. Let's see, now how do I, yeah, okay, I can just use the escape button. All right. So, let's see. Now I could go on and on forever. I'm already half hour into this game, and I haven't really gotten anywhere because I've been doing a whole lot of dialoguing. I do think, however, that I am going to leave this episode here. So, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, don't forget to kick that like button in the teeth. And you know, it'd be nice if you if you happen to watch the video this far, if you subscribed, if you like it, and tell people. That would be cool too. But anyway, you know, thanks for watching again, and later. This is Dark Road to 420, Forward Gaming Corner, and I'm out.